What's up, family? Hey, we're going to have a real heart to heart, a real deep conversation today. Um, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just going to let it flow and let it go. I get asked a lot, man, Elijah, you're always talking about growth and development, love, man. Like that's all there is that matters to you. Why is that? Why do you always talk about growing and knowing yourself and whoop de whoop de whoop and out of everything in the world to talk about, everything that's going on, why is that all you focus on? That's all I focus on because I don't want you to get distracted. I'm going to say that again. That's all I focus on because I don't want you to get distracted. There are too many people out there talking about stuff that don't have any significance to life, that has absolutely no bearing on the greater good of humanity, that has no bearing on who you are, on why you're here, what your purpose is. You know what I mean, man. Again, you, I'm a diehard Lakers fan. I'm a diehard Raiders fan. I love the San Francisco Giants baseball team, man. But let's be real. In the grand scheme of life, man, none of those teams mean crap to me. None of those teams mean anything to me. I will never wear another team's jersey as far as I'm a Raider fan. That's all I'll wear. You know what I mean? Lakers fan. That's all I'm wearing. You know what I mean? Giants gear. That's all I'm gonna wear. You know what I mean? But in the grand scheme of things, man, I don't give a crap about them teams. I don't give a crap about those teams. Those are my teams. But I don't give a crap about them in the grand scheme of things. And I'm always talking about growth and development because that's all that matters. I'm always talking about love because those things are the only things that matter in life. In the end, in the grand scheme of things, those are all that matters. You could have traveled the five oceans and the 50 seas, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because I know people that travel like that. You know what I mean? I know people man, they could describe to you in intricate detail the buildings and the structure of the pyramids, the circumference of the pyramids. They could tell you how it's up under, perfectly aligned under Orion's building. Whoop de whoop de whoop. You know what I mean? The inner sanctuary. I can't say the phrases now, but the inner parts of the building of the pyramids and what they mean and just all this stuff that goes on within the pyramids. They could describe all of that to you. You know what I mean? I know people that could talk to you about the five top car makers in the world. You know what I mean? The luxury car makers. You know what I mean? The Bugatti, and all this other crap. You know what I mean? Man, they could talk to you about the five best or 10 best clothes, designer clothes. You know what I mean? They could tell you all this stuff. They know all of this stuff. They keep up with all of this stuff. I know people, man, and I love looking at the stars, you know what I mean? But man, they could sit there and they could tell you all 88 constellations. You know what I mean? They could tell you, man, Elijah, there's between 100 and 400 billion stars in our galaxy. Man, Elijah, there's 2 trillion galaxies. And it's like, okay, well, hold on, wait a minute. Let's get this right. A galaxy has between 100 and 400 billion stars in it. And you're telling me there's 2 trillion galaxies? 2 trillion galaxies. And a galaxy contains between 100 and 400 billion stars. You know all this stuff. And yet you don't know who the hell you are? You know all this stuff, but you don't understand how you and why you react the way you do? You don't know why you keep doing stupid stuff over and over and over? You could sit there and you could tell me all 206 names of the bones in the human body, but you can't tell me who you are. You can't tell me why you're here. You could tell me the statistics of your favorite teams, of your favorite players. You could tell me the movies and the songs and the album releases of your favorite entertainers. You could tell me how much money these movies made at the box offices. You could tell me all this stuff, but you don't know who you are. You don't know why you're here. Hmm. And yet we don't see a problem with that. Yet we don't think that that's a problem. I don't care what the top 10 luxury hotels are. You know what I mean? I don't care the best places to party. I don't care the best cities to live in. You know what I mean? I don't care about the most expensive cities. I don't give a crap about none of these statistics. I don't give a crap about none of these superficial things. I only care about history and the aspect of how can we learn from history to get a better understanding of who the hell we are and why we are here. I don't want to talk about history in the aspect of, man, they did this, 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 and it ain't resolving nothing. I don't want to talk about the 100 million people, Africans, that died in the oceans coming over here. Not saying that they don't, that their life, their struggle wasn't important. I'm not saying that. I'm saying let's talk about stuff that's going to give us a greater understanding of who we are, of why we're here. You knowing a whole bunch of historical facts, you knowing a whole bunch of statistics, you knowing a whole bunch of things that's not benefiting you in your growth and development, that's not teaching you to be a better person, that's not teaching you how to love more, man, that's useless information. Don't tell me about the cross that Jesus hung upon and try to describe the wood and tell me what type of wood it was and how long it was and how wide it was and tell me in details about the spears or the nails or whatever you want to call them that was used to hang them with. You know, don't tell me about the whips and what the type of leather it was and the type of lead at the tips of it. Don't tell me about all of that. If you can't tell me how that benefits your life, don't tell me about Buddha's last meal and whoop de whoop. Man, I don't care about any of that stuff. None of that stuff matters to me. None of that matters to me. Let's talk about here and now. Let's talk about our growth and development. Let's talk about becoming a better, loving person. If whatever you talking about, if it ain't leading to the growth and your growth and development, if it ain't leading you to become a better, a more loving, a more compassionate, a more understanding, a more patient and tolerant person, man, it's useless. It's useless. So why am I always talking about love and growth and development? Because that's all that matters to me. That's all that matters to me. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. I love nature. I love traveling. I love nature. I love traveling because it gives me a better understanding of who I am, of why I am here. So we got to stop being distracted. We have to stop being distracted. to each their own. You know what I mean? To each their own. But man, I didn't come here. Me. I did not come here to go through all the hell that I went through to learn the constellations. I did not go through all the hell that I went through to be fascinated with somebody else's statistics of their career. I didn't go through all the hell that I went through to be concerned about who's putting out a new album, who's got a new movie coming out, when the release date is, how much money it's made, whether the album's with platinum, triple platinum, or whatever. And I don't give a crap about any of that. I don't give a crap about any of that. Family, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to grow up spiritually. We have to grow up emotionally. We have to start understanding why we are here, why we've gone through all that we've gone through. And not just understand why we've gone through all that we've gone through, but we have to understand, okay, now that I've gone through it, what was I supposed to have learned from that? Now that I've learned all that, what am I supposed to do with that information? What am I supposed to do with those experiences? Because I just didn't go through them just for me. I didn't survive all the hell that I went through just for me. What are you supposed to do with that? How are you supposed to use that to benefit humanity? My hope and prayer is that we can wake up. And then after we wake up, we can start growing up and understand who we are. See, because as a kid, man, you could play and have fun and just whoop-de-whoop. This is what you're supposed to do. Man, just live life, enjoy it, have fun, have a blast. You ain't got to carry or concern in the world. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have one as a kid. You know what I mean? As a kid, you shouldn't be worried about whether or not the electricity is going to get cut off. As a kid, you shouldn't be worried about are you going to be able to eat the next time it's time to eat. You know what I mean? As a kid, you shouldn't have to be concerned about whether you're going to be homeless or not. You shouldn't have any of those types of concerns. As a kid, you're just playing and having fun. You know what I mean? But once you become an adult, a young adult, man, okay, now, why am I here? When I was a child, I spake as a child. I did childish things. Now that I'm a man, I got to put that crap away. I got to man up. I can't keep doing what I was doing as a kid. I can't keep thinking the way I thought as a kid. I can't keep living the way I did as a kid. Who am I? Why am I here? Why did I endure all the hell that I did? Why did I survive all the hell that I did? How can I use that to help somebody else? I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.